Hey guys, last Monday we had an unfortunate announcement that our studio got broken into. A lot of gear is stolen, but the reaction of the community has been incredible. Thank you all so much for the kind words. We really appreciate it and it gives us strength to continue. Now I was able to borrow a camera from a friend so the show can go on. Ever thought that finding the perfect music for your edits is just as simple as scrolling through a massive music library, picking a catchy tune and slamming it under your edit? Wrong. The magic of music is more than just a sidekick. It's a superpower that rockets your video to the moon. Just have a look at this nail-biting horror scene with no music, then with cheery music, and finally with a spine-chilling music. You see, music is a game changer, and we're about to reveal 5 insider tips on how to leverage your music into edits like never before. Now, why do some movie soundtracks have your heart pounding, your palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy? No, just kidding. There are several ways to create tension, and one of those techniques is the shepherd tone.
The what?
This sonic sorcery creates an illusion of a tone that keeps ascending or descending in pitch but never hits a climax. So what is actually happening? Your ear hooks onto the loudest tone, while the quieter ones fade into the background, spinning the illusion of a never-ending rise or fall. This has been the secret sauce in high-tension films like Dunkirk or The Dark Knight, where the suspense seems to pile on indefinitely, keeping you on the edge of your seat. Tip number 2, let's cook up a sound sandwich. Music can be the juicy filling of your scene, but sprinkle it with a little bit of sound design spices and voila, you have a mouth-watering masterpiece of layered sounds that tickle your ears. And this is something I mention a lot. Not the ear tickling, but the sound design part. Think of an action-packed scene where you blend rhythmic, adrenaline-pumping music with ambient sounds and sound effects. Add a punch or a grunt, but remember, less is more. By keeping it minimal, each sound you use hits harder, commands more attention. The same applies to B-roll in your YouTube video. Elevate them with discrete sounds for an immersive experience. Now, turn down the volume a notch because we're gonna crank up the loudness with our next tip. The quiet, loud technique. Picture the calmest, most serene scene you can. Perhaps some characters nestled in a forest or an empty house wrapped in silence. The background music, if any, is soft, barely a whisper. You're relaxed, comfortable, and a booming sound explodes from your speakers, a burst of music, a scream, a crashing sound effect. This abrupt shift from quiet to deafening is a sensory jolt, making you physically react in your seat. This quiet, loud technique is a powerful tool for creating contrast and shock.
You scared me!
You lull your viewer into a sense of calm with muted music or sounds. Then you hit him with a loud sound or music cue that catapults them out of their comfort zone. And now, silence. This is also a potent weapon in this technique. Picture a horror scene. A soft, eerie tune plays, setting the stage for fear. Then, abrupt silence. The tension thickens, the suspense unbearable, and just when it reaches a fever pitch, a jarring sound blasts from the speakers, triggering a heart-stopping jump scare. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the raw power of the quiet, loud technique. Now, another very powerful tool is recognizable music. Imagine using the theme song of Lord of the Rings in your epic short movie without upsetting supporters. It can leave a very big impact on your edit, adding more depth to the story. The only problem? Copyright. Luckily, we have our trusted friend Link for the best possible music to accompany our edit without getting demonetized. With your massive music catalog for content creators, we always find the perfect soundtrack for our projects. From stock music to mainstream music, Link has it all. And the best part? No copyright or monetization worries. So go ahead, use songs from Bruno Mars, Sam Smith, and Lizzo in your next video. Now, believe me or not, but Lick has seriously taken my edits to a whole new level, making them sound like they got a Hollywood-sized budget. Plus, it helped us grow our channel like crazy. Trust me, using recognizable tunes can make a huge difference as audience will stick around longer and engage more with the video. So as a music editing tip, I would recommend using Licked. We have this cool Harley Quinn action scene. Now let's make it perfect by throwing in some Pendulum for the soundtrack. Instant Hollywood work. So stop wasting time and improve your content today with mainstream music. If you sign up now, you will receive a great discount with 14 days free stock music and 50% of your first mainstream track. Want to learn more about Lick? Check out the link in the description below. Tip number 4 sounds something like straight out of a mystery novel, the foreshadowing technique. But in essence, this is all about creating a musical signature for certain characters or events. It lets you drop subtle musical breadcrumbs that hint at what's lurking around the corner. Imagine a film where a distinct musical theme heralds the arrival of a character, a slow, spine-chilling melody for the villain, a vibrant, heart-thumping theme for the hero, or a whimsical tune for the funny burglar. Even when the character isn't stealing the limelight, their musical motive triggers anticipation in the audience. This technique is a potent tool to navigate your audience emotions and expectations, forging a subliminal bond between character and viewer through the power of music. And speaking of subliminal cues, ever find yourself shivering during a thriller or a horror movie even though nothing scary is happening on the screen? That's the sub-bass trick working its magic, a technique that taps into sounds almost too low to hear but impossible to ignore. You might not consciously register these sounds, but your body is hardwired to react to them. And here is the science. Not all sound frequencies are created equal. High frequencies can be sharp and eerie, while low frequencies like those sub-bass range are deep and resonate within us. It's these low frequencies that we can use to stoke unease. In nature, low frequency sounds are often a signal of impending danger. Think of a predator's growl or an earthquake rumble. So when you feel a sub-bass in a movie, it's a primal warning. Beware! Something terrifying is about to unfold. Now, as you can see, all these tips are essentially storytelling through music. And if you're still struggling with the basics of storytelling, I highly recommend our Mastering Cinematic Composition course for beginners. It's your express ticket to storytelling mastery, and the reviews are off the chart. Check out the link in the description below. I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Lake, for the support. And as always, stay creative.